And wow, a gamble here right off the bat. An onside kick to begin the game. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run on first down with Jackson. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Griffin. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Griffin. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
Defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Derrick Henry all alone.
77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They go play action. Griffin under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Henry up the middle.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to begin quarter number 2. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Finds Pickens out right. Touchdown! George Pickens.
5-yard touchdown. And they are able to bat on to their advantage.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is RG3. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Griffin. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this one's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A final shot before half for Allen. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First half in the books. You're watching. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf, 98 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in.
Come on. Hey!
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Griffin. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And a huge time. 81 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home until they find it?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Griffin to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's Griffin. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Micah Parsons
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down. Back now in Los Angeles.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Griffin's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Griffin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Derrick Henry all alone. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Griffin. And hit behind
it looks like one of the DBs has it. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Alert! Half, 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 half. Stop, 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 stop. Alert! Half 85, half 85.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they rattle off a big one. 53 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. One last shot for RG3. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.